What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Faraday future, tickers FFIE. So the market is about to close in roughly around 10 minutes, but I want to give you a good overview of some of the data points, go over why Faraday is going up and where I see things going in the short term. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate it. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is up 24.2%. Huge day for Faraday, and based on the volume, 54.99 million shares being traded, 40 is the average. So even though that doesn't seem too impressive, if you compare that to any other stock, which A, is selling off today, and B, just big money is taking a very notable step back, it kind of goes to show that a lot of eyes are on Faraday today. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that. As far as why it is going up, there's several different factors, one of which is the technicals I'll share with you in a second, but the second being this. So it does look like, based on the shareholder meeting from yesterday, it did actually get the whole reverse stock split approved, among other things, as you can kind of see based on this. So a lot of things were already approved. I'm sure you guys are aware of that at this stage, but when it comes down to that, that does mean that compliance is right around the corner, so which is a good thing, meaning also institutions will be safe with their investment and potentially re-enter if they did exit and so forth. But more specifically, Justin Bell, a second generation world champion race car driver from England, has also signed a sales agreement and a developer co-creation agreement with the company. And any stage or any agreements at this stage in the game, I think just adds a lot more credibility to the company itself and just validates it. So I think a lot of that is causing it to go up. Despite all of that though, and it going up 25% or whatever it was, shorts are doubtful of it. So shorts are currently increasing 2.8 million shares today. 21.32% of the free float is being shorted. 274.68 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is currently 9.74%. So that's also been going up over the last, I guess, couple of weeks, but still 21.32% of the free float being shorted is very high. So let me know you guys' thoughts. And today seems like there's just less manipulation. So if this does continue, especially this rally, and maybe the market, if it does decide to actually turn positive for once over the last couple of days, you could see a pretty substantial squeeze. But when it comes down to it, like I said, looking at all the volume, normally, at least over the last 30 days, 61.28% of all the volume is being redirected off the exchange, meaning the dark pool, which is unfortunately a sign of manipulation in some regard. But today seems to be a little bit lower, so 53.63%. So it seems like someone behind the scenes, more specifically at the NASDAQ, is kind of favoring them. So this is why a lot of people don't like market makers, because technically they can pick and choose what they want to do, right? Because a lot of these exchanges are the ones that redirect activity and transactions to the dark pool. And maybe the NASDAQ is starting to have a lot more activity on their exchange because of them clearly going to get compliance through their reverse stock split. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that. As far as options, so $15,000 in calls being purchased today versus 1,100 in puts. So based on this information, clearly people are anticipating for it to trend up very high from here. And all of the options activity today is 75% bullish. So like I said, it is going up very fast because of a couple different things, one of which is the technicals. So looking at the momentum indicator shows number of retail investors are getting in. Stochastic does have a nice bullish sentiment starting to form right now, so black line above the red, and as well it is at 13, which is considered very oversold. So if you kind of factor that in, along with looking on the 16th, it did actually close outside the percentile of the Bollinger Band, and generally that doesn't happen unless it's being, like I said, manipulated to some regard. It's just an overdone process. So based on the technicals, the news that's been coming out, all of that is piecing together and pushing Faraday up significantly. So up currently 25.25%. So if it does continue on as it stands right now, this could result in a pretty substantial squeeze. And like I said, going right here, so 55 million shares being traded, but even if we use 40.2 as more of a benchmark, and shorts right now, there's 274.68 million shares. Faraday might actually have a chance to epically squeeze. I know a lot of people out there saying that AMC, GameStop are the squeeze plays, but Faraday, Obviously, it's not realistic to assume that all of these shares would be returned, but even if roughly 30% of that would be significant, massive for the stock. So once again, obviously Faraday, I think when you are investing bigger picture, so you don't really worry about the short-term movement action and price action and stuff like that. But if there is a good squeeze, I think that might actually rejuvenate and get a lot of new buyers in Faraday. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And even though Faraday goes up, down, sideways, all over the place, take advantage of free promos, and that is with Moomoo. Link in the description below and also the comments. Completely free for an account, but if you throw $100 at it, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So that is a huge deal in among itself. Unfortunately, this is only available for Americans, but if you do live in Canada, for instance, Moomoo is actually heading to Canada, so a soft launch, so you can actually have access to their website and their app and stuff like that. All you need is a phone number just to sign up, no other information whatsoever, and by signing up, you can have a chance to win some gift cards such as Tim's, Amazon, and many other things. So once again, link in the description below and also the comments. With all of that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's make a ton of money on Faraday Future.